Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here. And welcome to the DCEU and MCU Daily combined, because unfortunately we're talking about Captain Marvel again. Zachary Levi posted a video telling people off, pitting Captain Marvel against Shazam and saying horrible things about Brie Larson. So I'm going to play the audio to this. I've got my device in my hand and then I'll respond to what Zach had to say.
People out there making a lot of really inflammatory, defamatory, and completely fictitious reviews and posts of Brie Larson's Captain Marvel, and some trying to pit Shazam against it, and saying they're going to support us and not them because of things that they are, by the way, making up. Things that they're saying they saw some screening and this, that, or the others in the movie. That I just found this out last night, and for anyone out there who thinks you're doing me a favor, or you're doing Shazam a favor, or you're doing Warner Brothers, or what, you're not. This is not helping anyone or anything. There is no competition. Just because Shazam used to be called Captain Marvel way back in the day doesn't mean that somehow Brie or Marvel's Captain Marvel are pitted against us. We're both movies, and we're both going to be out in theaters at similar times. And the irony of that timing is really interesting for sure. But there is no conspiracy, guys. You need anyone out there who's holding on to some bone, like they need to pick a side and pick a fight, is sorely mistaken, and I really hope that you'll just chill on that. Don't go and engage in that type of behavior anymore. If you want to be passionate about either movie, rock and roll. If you want to be passionate about both movies, rock and roll. But going, this is really low blow type of stuff. To be going and lying, first of all, is just the bottom of the barrel to me. But to be lying in an attempt to discredit or defame somebody, I think is just really sad. So,
right, that's all of his video. Right, first of all, people going on Rotten Tomatoes and saying they've seen the movie when they haven't, and voting it down is pathetic, because then you basically, it makes Rotten Tomatoes pointless. Of course, I'm not stupid enough. There's a lot of people who are doing videos about the Rotten Tomatoes meter. Now, the same very interesting that you need to know about Rotten Tomatoes, there's an aggregate score to how hyped people are to see a movie, if I remember rightly, and I don't go on there that much. So there's that. So basically, that's an interesting read. But we know all of these things can be falsified, because people could just be going on there on purpose to say they're not looking forward to see it. So then there's people posting reviews and scores when they haven't actually seen the film. Now, we know many people have seen test screenings. That's interesting. But I don't think with the volume of people going on there now and saying they've seen it when they haven't, that's pathetic. I agree with Zach totally. Zachary Levi, I love you. You're a great dude. You've helped so many people since you've been cast as Shazam. You've talked to people about their problems. You respond. You are a beautiful human being. There is no question about that. But Zach, you have been in this industry for a very long time. Warner Brothers and Disney are in competition. You're wrong there. Captain Marvel and Shazam are in competition. I don't think ever since 2008 hit and 2013 hit, when we had Man of Steel and the first Iron Man, there has been friendly rivalry and friendly banter of, MCU fans versus DCEU fans. What's wrong with that? MCU fans want Captain Marvel to do great, and DCEU fans want Shazam to do great. And of course DCEU fans want Captain Marvel to fail. Of course MCU fans want Shazam to fail. That's a natural thing. It's like when two sporting teams are playing. Yesterday, I'm a Manchester United fan. Man United v Liverpool. I don't want Liverpool to win the league. I wanted Manchester City to win the cup final to keep their confidence up. so they can beat Liverpool to the championship. I don't want Liverpool winning the title. That's fine. And this is the same thing here. So there's one thing to actually say, the fake reviews. That's bad. That's out of order. You will never see me doing a video talking about that because it's bullshit. It's just people who have a hatred for Brie Larson, a hatred for the MCU. But it's basically the hatred for Brie Larson that's motivated these fake reviews going up. And anyone who actually believes any of those fake reviews is an idiot. Once the film comes out, right, and we see its box office, then of course I'll talk about that. That's proper news, that's bona fide, and that's cool. But this is what Zach's saying about, pitting Captain Marvel versus Shazam. Zach, mate, that's been the case from the very beginning. Since Man of Steel and Iron Man, we've had friendly banter, and sometimes the arguments go over the top, and it's wrong, and bullying's involved. That's wrong. But the friendly banter and the rivalry between MCU and DCEU fans is fine, it's healthy, and it's cool. I'm more of a DC fan than an MCU fan, but I love the MCU. This is why I've started doing MCU videos. In fact, I've noticed a lot of DCEU fans unsubscribing to this channel, but I don't care. I love DC. DC is always my priority, but I admire the MCU, and I'm sorry about that. And when the MCU has to be criticised, I'll criticise it. And when the DCEU needs to be criticised, I'll criticise that too. If that costs me subscribers, what have I got? 564 subscribers. Look, I'm not here to make a living out of this channel. I don't need to make a living out of this channel. I've got plenty of money. I'm in the entertainment industry here in Cyprus, developing the first English-speaking dramas. I won the reality show out here in Cyprus, Iron Apple Raw. I don't care about anything. I don't need to earn subscribers. I don't buy subscribers. I told you from the very, very beginning that I launched this channel just so I could speak to my fellow geeks and nerds. I saw other people doing it and I thought, yeah, why not? That's a good idea. I think that the subscriber count I've got is very healthy and I'm very happy with it. But even if I was pissing in the wind and talking to myself, I'd still make these videos because it's great. I know a lot of you appreciate it and I appreciate every one of you. But if you're going to unsubscribe from me every time you hear something you don't agree with, maybe you're not the type of person I want watching my videos anyway. So I appreciate everyone who's come into this channel, all the DCEU fans, and the new Marvel fans who want to come in as well. You are welcome. I love you all. So I'll repeat, Zachary's message about the fake reviews is bang on, but we need to talk about the root core of this. And it's Brie Larson pushing a good message the wrong way. She wants equality. She wants more seats at the table for everyone. That's beautiful, Brie. I'm sure you're a lovely girl. But unfortunately, Brie, what you've done by the way you're selling your message, you've given sexists, bigots and racists an excuse to bombard your movie, to bring negativity to the MCU. If only you would push your message in a more positive format, like Gal Gadot did with Wonder Woman, like what's her name? Patty Jenkins, the director of Wonder Woman. They pushed their message beautifully. Posting videos of young boys in Wonder Woman's outfit, that was beautiful. Why can't you talk the same way? I'm sorry, Brie, but what you're doing is not working. And as a white male, yes, I'm offended by some of the things you say. Do I hate you? Do I wish you harm? No. Do I wish your film not to do well? Do I not wish you luck in your future career? No, of course not. I just think you live in a bubble and you just don't get it. And I think going forward after this film, you and Disney, and I've said this a billion times before and it's boring now, need to find another way to push your beautiful message. Now, onto the Oscars. I've already done an Oscar reaction vid. In fact, it's just come on, it's just posting live as I'm doing this video. How awesome is this? I get to do this. Anyway, I am happy that Black Panther won Best Soundtrack, Best Costume Design and another one. I'm happy with that. I still think they're wooden spoons. I never believed that Black Panther deserved to win Best Picture, but I thought it was going to anyway because of its representation. I love Black Panther. Black Panther is a really good film. I'm not too overly happy with the third act, but I think it's a really, really good film. It's a great achievement. Kevin Feige is very proud of it, and that's awesome. But did it deserve all its nominations? No. Did it deserve to win Best Picture? No. And that's my final stance on it. So what do you think about Zachary Levi's vid? I think part of his message is great, but at the end of the day, I'll repeat this before I sign off for today. Zach, Warner Brothers and Disney are competitors. MCU fans and DCEU fans are competitors. We want our film to do better than the other film. That's fine, as long as it's friendly and it's banter. When it gets a bit deep and dark, that's wrong. And I absolutely agree with you. But you can't tell people not to hope that Captain Marvel doesn't do well because we're DCEU fans. And I'm the same with MCU fans. If you want our film to fail, I totally get it. It's friendly rivalry, and that's fine. Zach, you and your industry shouldn't attempt to kill the friendly banter and rivalry from the comic book movieverse. We're so lucky to have all these comic book movies now. So don't kill the banter and the excitement. Yes, talk against bullies, talk against bigots. That's fine. But pick your fights a bit better. Thank you very much. I'll be back tomorrow with more MCU Daily and DCEU Daily. And I'm very excited to do so.